Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we are revisiting the talismans because recently there's been an update and now there's a total of 38 talismans. Yeah, there's a lot of them now. Anyway, so to tell everyone, I made a lot of notes on how to get all the talismans and stuff, and I posted all the pics onto Instagram so you can check it out if you want, if you just want to have a quick look and just breeze through instead of watching this entire video. So go check it out if you want. But yeah, so to start off this video, I want to tell everyone the biggest question I've always had is how do I get a talisman bag because I don't have it. Well, in your redstone, the second one is a small accessory bag upgrade. It's called talisman. It used to be called talisman anyway. So if you get that, then it will automatically add to your menu. It isn't craftable. It automatically comes there. See, right in the corner here, it'll just appear, and then yeah, you can upgrade it and to make it bigger and better. With of course redstone. It's one of the ones that has the largest amount of upgrades available. There's giant, greater, large, medium, small. Yeah, it's a lot. Anyway, to start off, we're going to go through an order that I made, which I don't really understand my order, but we're going through it anyway. So, first off, we have the vaccine talisman. This is one that is very easy to get early game. You just get it from potato level 3, and with 9 poisonous potatoes, which you can get from killing zombies. The drop rate's a little bit low, but it's pretty easy to get, and I have heaps. So if you just want potatoes, just message me, and I'll surely give them to you, because I can do that. Second one we have is the speed talisman, right here. This one is a little bit interesting because it is unique. You get it from recipe sugarcane 2. It's 108 sugarcane, and it gives you speed 1. However, if you go to your collections and go to farming and sugarcane, you can actually see that there is an upgrade to it. However, it's not craftable. It just automatically upgrades it to plus 2 speed, and then when you get to the later one, it's plus 3 speed. I don't know why they haven't fixed that yet. Maybe they just keep it in forever. Third one is one that everyone has, and it's the piggy bank. This one is really useful. You never keep it in your talisman bag. You keep it in your inventory. It allows you to deposit coins. You get it from your pork chop level 5, and it's crafted with 40 enchanted pork chop and 1 normal chest. The next one we have is the feather talisman, which can be crafted when you reach feather level 4 in your recipes. It's 108 feathers, and it's quite easy to craft, but you can upgrade it to feather ring and feather artifact. You get the ring from feather level 7, and you get the artifact from level 9. The recipe is 7 enchanted feathers, and the artifact is 128 enchanted feathers. It pretty much just reduces fall damage, and when you get it upgraded, it increases more and more. The next one we have is one that is quite useful, and it is kind of a bit annoying sometimes. It's the night vision charm. You get it from mushroom level 7. It's 4 enchanted brown mushrooms and 4 enchanted red mushrooms, and it grants night vision, just like this it says. However, the fact is, if you die, it will turn off your night vision, so you have to open up your talisman bag if you keep it in there and replace it into your inventory so that it puts your night vision again. It's a little bit annoying, and I hope that Hypixel fixes that bug very soon. Next one we have is the farming talisman, which is another very early on one to get. You only get it from the wheat level 4. It only costs 5 hay bales and 4 seeds. It increases your speed in like farm, the barn, and then the mushroom desert. So yeah, it's pretty easy. It's pretty common. Next one we have is the farming orb, which sounds very similar, but it's completely different and very hard. It is a little bit harder to get. You get it from pumpkin level 6, and it has 8 enchanted pumpkins and 1 enchanted glowstone block, which I grinded for 8 hours just to get that instead of getting the minion. It increases growth rate around you on public islands, so you know when you're just like running around on the barn, it will increase that sort of stuff. The next one we have is the potion affinity talisman, which can be upgraded 2 times. I've only upgraded once because I don't know why. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. You get it from the nether wart level 3, and it's a total of 144 nether wart to craft. You can upgrade it in level 7 and further into level 9. the ring only costs 8 enchanted nether wart, and the artifact costs 256 enchanted nether wart. So a bit more expensive, and I don't know why I still haven't gotten it. The haste ring is something that is quite useful, and you can get it from the level 8 cobblestone. It costs 256 enchanted cobblestone, so you're going to have to be grinding that for quite some time. And it gives you haste 1 after breaking a block. And it can be any block, even this torch. See, I break this, go to tap. Oh. Well, it used to be like that. Maybe they changed it. Oh well. The next one we're going to is... Oh, I forgot to show these. Anyway. The next one we have is the experience artifact. And if you look at your... the auction house, it is one that is very commonly on there. It took me a while to get mine. You get it from lapis level 9, and it costs 9 enchanted lapis blocks. It increases experience orbs, so it's not that good, but at the time that it was released, it was the only epic, it was the only epic one. See? Very epic accessory. Next one we have is the gravity talisman, which you can get from recipe, from your, you get the recipe from obsidian level 3, and it costs 144 obsidian. It's pretty easy to get once you, you can go to the obsidian area. It might be a little bit hard if you don't have a good pec or you don't have a good armor. So yeah, it increases strength and defense when you're closer to the middle of an island. I don't really know how this works exactly because there's no real middle to places, so it's a bit confusing, but who cares. Next one we have is the day and night crystal. I'm putting these two together because they are practically the same thing. You get the night crystal from level 7 of your quartz and the day crystal from level 8. They're both crafted from 1 enchanted quartz block and 4 enchanted quartz, just in a different pattern. They increase your strength and defense by 5 during the night and during the day. So if you have both of them, it doesn't matter what time of day it is. The talisman of the coins is a pretty easy one to get. All you have to do is get the emerald up to level 2, and it only costs 20 emeralds and 5 gold, so really cheap. And it just makes coins randomly appear when you're on public islands, so like where I am now. And there are none around me. Oh well. Yeah. Okay. The next one we have is magnetic talisman, which is another one you get from the emerald collection, and it's from level 3. It's 128 emeralds and 32 redstone, so again pretty easy, and it's really useful as it increases your pickup range, so I can pick things up from much further distance. This torch is useless. I don't like this torch anymore. Yeah. The next one we have is the fire talisman and the lava talisman. These two are really annoying because you think they would do the same thing, but they don't. The fire talisman provides immunity to fire, and you get it from Blaze Rod level 5, and you can craft it by 9 enchanted blaze powder. And the lava one is from magma cream level 7, and costs 9 enchanted magma creams and immunity to lava. The difference between it is that if you jump into lava, unlike what people think fire resistance would do, it will still hurt you when you're in the lava, but if you go out of the lava, you'll stop being on fire and it won't hurt you. Which is weird because you don't really have many instances of being on fire other than that one instance. Next one we have is the wood affinity talisman. You get this from oak wood level 8, and it only costs 8 leaves and 1 enchanted oak wood, so it's pretty cheap. So I used to sell these back in the day when they were actually a little bit harder to get by, but you know, it only increases speed in like forest, graveyard, and wilderness, so the effect isn't something you would really like. The fish affinity talisman, something I have right in here in my inventory. This one you can get, you have to have fishing skill level 19, and it drops from the water hydrant, which is a big legendary boss, which I haven't gotten. I bought this off the auction house because, you know, I'm too lazy and I don't like fishing. And that brings us to the next one, which is the bait talisman. And it is a very hard one to get. And if you go into the auction house, you can see that it will sell for a very high price. It's one of the ones that is pretty much always on here. Yeah, where is it? I just saw it. There, see this one here? It's selling for 10 million coins. It's really hard because you have to get your ink sac level up to level 8, and ink sac is one of those things that you can't just have a minion set to do. It's something you have to do by hand, and it requires fishing. The actual recipe is 288 enchanted ink sacs, which is very expensive, and its ability is not even that good. It's just 5 chance to not consume bait, which is really useless. Next one we have is the Sea Creature Talisman, which I have here fully upgraded. You get it, the original one, just from Sponge level 4, and you can upgrade it by Sponge level 6 and level 8. Originally it's just 18 Sponge, then it goes to 6 Sponge and 2 Enchanted Sponge, and then to a further 64 Enchanted Sponge. It just reduces damage from sea creatures. I find it was, it took me a little while to get, but it was something I wasn't really inspiring to get, so I just got it along the way. So yeah, if you get just a fish minion, you should be able to get it with pretty ease. Healing Talisman, the one I really don't like. It's just like the bait one and similar, but you get the original one just from the recipe. You get the recipe from the lily pad level 3, so it is easier to get, and it costs 144 lily pads. However, the fact is you do upgrade it again in lily pad level 8, which I don't want to do because that's just as bad as the ink sac. But it only costs 4 enchanted lily pads, so not as expensive. It just increases healing, which is really useful though. Next one we have is a Spider Talisman, which is one of the ones that is connected to the new, Slayer quests and stuff. It originally just drops from the Broodmother on top of the Spider Den, which a lot of people know about. I used to sell them. It was another thing that I used to sell back in the day. It's really easy to get. It spawns once an hour, every hour on top of the Spider Den, which you just go that way and take the thing to the Spider Den. But then if you want to upgrade it, you're going to have to get the recipe from the Spider Slayer, which is over this way. If you go all the way to this corner over here, you will find this nice little house over here, which it looks just like a tavern. However, if you go downstairs, you will find this man who will have these quests for you. The spider one, you get the recipe the first level, so if you want it, it costs 64 tarantula web, which can be done if you just slowly grind. If you want to go on the lower levels and not want to risk it, that's what I did because I don't have that good of armor. But if you want to upgrade it one more time, then I'm not going to bother getting that because you have to get it from Spider level layer 7, which is very hard, and you can see I'm only on level 3. It's quite a while away from getting that, It's very hard. From what I've heard, it's 32 enchanted emeralds and 32 tarantula silk. If you want to check the facts, just watch Hypixel's video. He has a full-length thing on everything. All it really does, though, is reduce the damage from spiders, so spiders, cave spiders, and all those sort of stuff. The next one I have is, I don't know why they've made it like that, but it's one that you can find all the way back over here. If you find in the auction house, you will see, there's this new talisman that has been going for quite a bit, but for some reason, it's the wolf talisman. This, the first day it came out, was costing like millions of coins, even though it was a common talisman, which is kind of weird. It just drops from the wolves that you find in the ruins, which is past that way over there. And all it does is reduce damage from wolves. It can't be upgraded. Maybe they will in the future release an update where it can be upgraded. But since it only focuses on one animal, I don't think they would. The next one is the bat talisman, which is very similar to the wolf talisman, but is of a much higher rarity. It drops from bats, which you can only get bats to spawn if you build if I can find this, the roofed island, yes. If you place this down, it will have like a small twisty thingy that will spawn bats when it's nighttime. And I'm pretty sure they made it so that it will only spawn bats in the proper nighttime that is on the server, not if you've just set your island to nighttime. So yeah, there's a small, I think it's a 5% chance that it will drop, and all it really does is give you 1 plus health and 1 plus speed. People only run it for its rarity though. Next we have is the Spider Talisman, which you can buy it from this guy over here. Or girl, sorry. Who sells a bunch of talismans, and one of them is a zombie one. Zombie Talisman, it just, you can upgrade it 2 times, and again, they are with this guy over here. If you go downstairs, you'll find this guy here. If you go to the Revenant ones, you'll find that, yeah, I can get the Zombie Talisman, the ring, which you can get from Zombie Slayer level 2. It only costs 64 Revenant Flesh, which isn't that bad. If you want to upgrade it a further time, though, to the artifact, you're going to have to do Zombie Slayer level 7, which is very hard to get to. And it costs 32 Enchanted Iron, which isn't that bad, but 48 Revenant Viscaran, which is this stuff here. Yeah, that's a bit expensive. And 16 Enchanted Diamonds, so that part's not that bad. All it does is reduce damage from zombies, so take it or leave it, do whatever you want. The next one we have is we're going back to this the wonderful adventurer here, and she has the Villager Affinity Talisman, which can be bought for the adventure for 2,500 coins, and it just increases speed while in the village. These ones are the ones everyone gets. If you go on the auction house, people will be selling this stuff. I don't know why though. Here's the Mine Affinity Watch. It just increases speed, again for the same price. The Intimidation Talisman. This one's not really good because there isn't that many level 1 monsters that are around, and it costs 10,000, but again, if you want to collect all the talisman, why not? Then there's the Skeleton Talisman. This one for some reason can't be upgraded, but maybe it's because they realize there isn't very good places to grind for skeletons. So maybe in the future they'll add skeleton to the Slayer quests, and they'll make their own area for them so that you can grind them easier. And last one in here is the Scavenger Talisman, which allows monsters to drop coins when killed. Even though I'm pretty sure they dropped coins either way, so it's pretty useless. One that I don't have at the moment, that everyone seems to have nowadays, is the Ender Artifact, which you can get from the black market. But if you don't want to go every night, once a night, to the black market, then you can just buy it off the auction house for a pretty penny. It's very expensive nowadays. So take it or leave it, do whatever you want. It just reduces damage from Enderman. Pig's Foot. I love the Pig's Foot. It's so cute. It's actually a reference to Technoblade, if you didn't know, because when he did a video, he said that this Bat Talisman was useless because it only had 1 plus speed and 1 plus health. And so this is actually a reference to him. When you originally complete the quest, which you get from finishing Goober's race, he'll actually say something that actually references him. I don't remember what exactly it says, but yeah. It's like a rabbit's foot, but more useless, because it's a pig foot. It could be Technoblade's foot, technically. Next one we have is the Devour Ring, which I don't have, and a lot of these ones that I don't have. It's this one right here, the Devour Ring. You get the recipe from Zombie Slayer level 5, and it costs 8 enchanted raw salmon, 2 enchanted raw chicken, and 39 Revenant Viscaran, whatever it is. It heals 5 damage when killing a monster, so if you have a lot of little monsters around, it could be useful. It would be really useful to defeat the wolf boss, which is actually really hard because he spawns little pups, so that could be like a really good way to do it. Anyway, that's my opinion. Next one we have is the Red Claw Talisman, which you can get by doing the level 1 Wolf Slayer quest, and it is much cheaper than most of the other ones. At the start, it's only 8 wolf teeth and 1 enchanted bone because it's a new one. If you want to upgrade it though, it gets a bit more expensive. You get the ring upgrade from the level 5, and it costs 32 enchanted leather and 8 golden teeth, which I don't know how. Let's see if I have the recipe for this. Don't quote me on this. Yeah, I do. This one costs a lot of wolf teeth, and you have to get a bit of enchanted gold as it gets more and more. If you want to upgrade it once more though to the artifact, it's from the same recipe. It's from the same one as the Wolf Slayer. It's level 5 again, but it now costs 128 enchanted leather and 54 golden teeth and the red claw egg, which is what I've heard is it's like a rare drop from one of the really high level bosses. All this really does though is increase crit damage, so it could be nice. I don't really care about crit damage that much. Maybe that's why I'm failing at this skyblock. The next one I want to talk about is one I don't think anyone has at the moment. I haven't found it at all on here. Ooh, look, there's an example of the spider artifact. But yeah, I don't think anyone has it. I'll do a quick check, but I don't think so. Yeah, no one has this. In Pigacle's video, he said that no one had collected it so far, but I think at least one person have to, because we have an image of it. It can drop from the boss at level 6 once you've reached level 6 for spiders, and so that's all we really know about it. But every 10th melee hit on the same enemy deals 10% damage, so that's a weird thing, and I don't think it would be that good since a lot of people nowadays can hit things with one blow and it's killed. But it could be useful for like bosses and stuff. But that's about it. We're on to our last two now. Okay, so the next one we have is Survivor Cube, and I don't think it's on the auction house either. I can do a quick search, but I don't think so. Because another thing about it is that it's really hard to get, and you can only get one of them. You automatically receive it after reaching level 7 in your Spider Slayer, so yay! All it really does though is it heals any healing that you do for yourself, it will be 5% more effective on you. So that's about it. Pretty sure if you go, yeah. So the rewards, yeah. This one here, you get it. This one is the one that you get the Survivor Cube on, I think. Don't quote me, just look at Pigacle's video. And the last talisman I have on my list is the Hunter Talisman, which is a recipe that you can get from the Wolf Slayer level 7. So if you go here, and you go here, it's one of these ones here. So it costs about 64 golden teeth plus 32 revenant flesh, which is a bit expensive. But the big thing that I've noticed about this is that it says you can upgrade it to another level, which is the Hunter Ring. However, to make the Hunter Ring, you do not need to make the Hunter Talisman, which could imply that you don't need the Hunter Talisman to begin with. So you get it from the same level as the previous one though, so you can get it at the same time. So I don't understand it. It costs 256 golden teeth plus 1 grizzly bait, which is a super rare item that drops from bosses. Well, that's all of them. That's every single talisman in the game. There's 38 of them now, so have fun collecting them all. I don't have a lot of them. I don't have a lot of the newer ones because, you know, I'm poor. So, yeah, if you stuck around for this video, well, I thank you, and remember to check out the Instagram. I also have a Discord server now. Don't really know if anyone would care about that, but yeah, check out the Instagram if you just want a quick one instead of hearing my rambling and my mistakes and all that stupid stuff. So, yeah, I hope all of you enjoyed, and bye!